Well, as we're doing these things, the thing that we're learning or seeing or that I'm figuring out is what we maybe really need to be doing is working our cattle not for ourselves, but for what the public wants. And that's a new mindset. I think we're in a new era in our cattle industry where people are way more observant of us and our cost of gains are going up. So I just think that this low-stress livestock handling is a win-win on both sides. The customers, that's what they want. They want their animals treated right. And we need more profit, and I think low-stress handling will probably do both those things.
I think the neat thing about it is it does fit both sides. These things have been profitable for us all along, and it is the same thing the consumer wants and expects out of the way we handle our livestock. So it's a perfect fit for what we need to do, and everybody should be doing it all along. So.
And we all have kind of wanted to do it all. I think ranchers want to treat their animals the best they can. We want to treat them how the customer wants to be treated. We just haven't understood, or maybe we just didn't think about it as much as we can now, and I think it's time for a big change.
I think that's a big part of it. We've just done things the way we've always done it. We've not really thought about how we were doing it, if there's a better way to do it. With the crunch on cost and everything else, we've got more incentive to worry about the performance side of things as our cost inputs have risen. And as we look at this as a no-cost way to increase performance, increase everything we need out of animal, improve health, improve the performance and gain, and just improve the quality of the beef they produce.
And that's the big challenge, though, is change. I've heard that that's one of the hardest things to get people to do is change. And we might have to change some of our habits, might have to think a little bit, and instead of doing so much physical, we might have to use our old brain muscle a little bit, and that's kind of tough.
It's really tough on some of us.
Yes, sir.
But I do think it's important that we think about it also from that standpoint of, even though it may require some change, it'll be positive change. We think about the enjoyment we get out of ranching, enjoyment we get out of working cattle, it improves the quality of life.
That's very important. The quality of life for us, our livestock, and basically and ultimately for the consumer.
I mean, there's a whole host of reasons to embrace and try to adopt as much of the principles that we're talking about here today as possible into an operation. And once again, you get the benefit from the consumer perception, improved handling of the stock, improved quality of life, performance. There's no reason not to do it.
Who knows, maybe you can afford to have the kids come back, and maybe they'll want to come back.
Yeah, it makes a big difference when people enjoy working livestock and get that fulfillment out of doing things right and seeing a good day's work done and nobody's gotten mad at one another, or not too mad anyway.
Yeah. So we challenge each other to improve our livestock handling skills, and we challenge whoever would happen to see this to improve your livestock handling skills.
And anybody that thinks they've got it all figured out just hadn't seen it all yet.